is here. Y'all, this is gonna be very, very quick. I just feel like I'm like dark, and let me lighten up my screen. Okay, this is gonna be very, very quick. I just wanted to get up here and talk about Iyanna and Garrett, y'all. Is it Garrett or is it Jarrett? I don't know. But anyway, this topic is sad, but it is sad. But let me tell y'all something. I've been said that this relationship was not going to work. Unfortunately, it is sad that they are breaking up. But baby, when the foundation ain't right, it will never last. It has nothing to stand on. Okay. So let's just get into her post and then we'll talk about it for a little bit. And then I'm jumping up off of here. Okay. So she wrote, "What's going on, fam? After much thought, we're saddened to share that we have separated and will begin the process of divorcing. That's sad. Okay. While we have love for each other, I love our lives are going in different directions, and that's okay. Coming to this decision was far from easy, and we will always wish each other the absolute best. Okay. We hope you all will give us some space as we close this chapter of our lives. Thank you to our close friends and family for loving us both through our experiences. um this to the Love is Blind family and Netflix, thank you for this unforgettable opportunity and support. Each of you have brought overwhelming love and joy into our lives. This experience has taught us to so much about ourselves, vulnerabilities, and love. We don't regret a single thing." So I'm trying to say this with care, y'all, but this was exactly what she said it was: an experience. Nothing more, nothing less. A Netflix show. Okay. I can honestly say and not really feel bad about it. It's just sad that I have to say it in this under these conditions. This was never gonna work. When he found out, when he found out, well, no, let's start from this. Let's start from the beginning of this relationship. He proposed to Mallory. Y'all remember that Garrett proposed to Mallory? And she was like, she wanted to go be with Salvador. And he went back into that room and he started crying his eyes out and he was bawling and he was so sad and he was distraught and everything was horrible. Like his whole life was upside down. Okay. He was so upset. He went back and told Iyanna that he had proposed to Mallory and she said no. And then he proposed and then she was sad. She walked out that room and she cried. I remember her falling onto the floor. She fell onto the floor and she was just bawling out crying. I was like, I felt so bad for her. Okay. Then he turned around, went back to her and decided that he was going to propose to her. That's where we went wrong. That's where we went wrong. She was never his first choice. So let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. He decided that he wanted to stay in this experiment a little bit longer and really get something out of it. So why not go and for the second best? Yes, they had chemistry. Yes, they definitely was bonding. And I thought they would should have picked each other from the very beginning, but there was no way that this relationship was going to last because y'all remember when he actually met Mallory and they sat down and he was sitting there and she was like, leaning into him and they was all googly eyed and she had put her hand on his leg and the foot was all close to him and they was calling each other nicknames and they was having a good old time sitting there and she was what he wanted, he was what she wanted, but they just didn't pick each other. Y'all remember that conversation that they had? Okay. And you remember how Iyanna was sitting over there feeling all sad and she was like, I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about. Yeah, girl, because you was never his first choice. To me, this was fake. This was phony. He did this to be with her, to be on the show, to stay longer, to get some filming time. No, I'm not going to say that the relationship was perfect. No, I'm not going to say that they didn't have a good time. No, I'm not going to say that they probably did not fall in love with each other. But I honestly think that this was opportunity for him and they got too far too deep. And when you get too far too deep, you go to extreme measures to make it seem real, which is why they got married, okay? They got married to make it seem real. It was so many people fussing and fighting for them. Oh my God, I want them to work. I want love. I want this, that, and the other. And they was forced into this situation to stay together longer than they should have because God knows they should not have been together. If a man tells you that he proposed to a woman literally 15 minutes ago, and then you propose to me, I don't want your proposal. Is the ring that he get? Did he give her the ring that he picked out for Mallory too? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. So y'all, somebody knocking at my door. But I say all of this to say there's no way this relationship was going to work. I'm not taking your secondhand proposal. Did he? I'm y'all. Let me know. Did he give her the ring that he was supposed that he had picked out for Mallory? Because remember, he picked her out a specific type of ring. Because when they was talking about it, he said that he give you this ring. Did he do this, that, and the other? He used this as an opportunity, and she fell into it. This is why we have to do better and realize and seeing the red flags. Do not take no proposal from no man on no TV show after he done proposed to someone else. After he had the opportunity to propose to you and y'all had already connected and bonded. Okay? But I called it. Y'all remember this? Don't see this couple working out because, sis, use the second choice. As sad as it sounds, and I do believe that we make mistakes, okay? I honestly feel like she's good for him. They should be together. Their connection was great. They really should be together. But the simple fact that this is who he wanted and then he settled for you bothers me. And it still bothers me. The fact that he wanted someone else and he settled for you bothers me. Do you know how much resentment you got to hold in your heart at some point where you really sit back and you with someone and you thinking about the fact that, you know, he literally proposed to someone else. It was never you to begin with. Now, I don't know where I heard this or where I seen this, but am I tripping? Am I the only one who did see a post of them supposed to be having a baby? Am I the only one that saw that? Because I remember seeing it and I was like, ooh, child, why, ooh, child. And I was like, I guess it did work out. I guess this is going to be something. And I'm the only one. I don't know if I am, but I really feel like I saw some pictures floating around or an announcement. And I went back to her page to see if I could find it, but I could not find it. She got a hand-me-down ring, right? She deserves so much better. I hope she finds a man who adores her. Me too. I think he gave Iyanna the same ring. Damn, she took all the leftovers. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He definitely sobbed in that towel. He was, when I say this man was tore up, he was tore up from the flow up. Okay. He was crying so hard. Y'all remember Salvador was sitting there like happy and whatnot? Because he realized that he had the chance to, you know, be with her when he realized that she didn't pick Jarrett. Y'all remember? Y'all remember after he told Iyanna that, you know, that that he had proposed to Mallory? You remember when she walked out that room and that girl fell on the floor onto her knees, weeping, crying? Y'all remember? I remember. That's a telltale sign that this was never supposed to work. The one thing about relationships is you have to have a foundation. You have to have a strong foundation. And the foundation that they started off was not strong. Do I believe that they fell in love? Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent. Do I believe that they were happy at times? Absolutely. But let's not forget how she was, you know, going back and forth with him about going out and making her a priority and spending time with her. Let's not forget that they were literally two different people that, you know, she liked to stay inside and he wanted to go outside and they wanted to do different things. Let's not forget that they had their foundation was never sturdy to begin with. They had, let me tell y'all something. They trauma bond. That's what it was. They was trauma bond. This is going to mess her up. She was already a broken person. Remember, she didn't have her biological family. Exactly. This is why I really feel so sad, and I didn't really want to go into it. But if you think about the fact that this was a TV show, it's giving me the illusion that this was an opportunity that he sees. It's like, okay, I want this girl, but she don't want me, so now I'm gonna go get the next girl because I want to continue to be on the show. Me and her did have a good vibe. We kind of clicked. It is what it is. I really, 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 really hope that's not the case. But baby, that's all it is. And so when she said, thank you Netflix and Love Is Blind family for this unforgettable opportunity, that's exactly what it is. This experiment, I really feel like they stayed in this thing thinking that they was going to ride it out till the wheels fell off, okay? And the wheels have finally fell off. There is not but so much so there's not that much amount of time where you can fake it. It's just not. The pressure of the people. I think it was literally the pressure of the fans that was rooting for them, that wanted them to be together, to make them stay together. Okay. To the point where it was like, oh, we got to make this work. We got to do this. We got to do that. What's the next move for us? Blah, 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 blah. And now finally it's like, we can't do this no more. The shame, the embarrassment they probably thought that it was going to bring, especially with the foundation that they already had. It all makes sense to me. I could definitely understand why they would continue to go along with this, but we saw right before our eyes that this relationship was not going to make it. It is unfortunate. And no, I don't want them to be like divorced, but I honestly want them to be happy. And if happiness means that you guys are not going to be together anymore and you're going to be able to live your lives and you're going to be able to find someone who actually loves you for who you are, then that is what I am happy for. So I'm happy that she is going out to find her someone and he's going out to find him someone. Child, if he circle back to Mallory, I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna drag him, okay? Because I'm not gonna drag him right now because we don't got the specifics, okay? We don't really know what happened. We can only assume, but what we do know is what we saw. And what we saw was the foundation of this relationship not being sturdy to begin with, okay? Now, if he turns around and he circle back around the corner and he try to go holler at Mallory, baby. Now that's the shame that and embarrassment that we don't want. Okay, because I will be going off for him, and that's just that on that. Okay, because we can't have that. But I do feel really, really bad. Yeah, because they were everywhere getting invited to everything. He wanted to be more famous. Right. She seemed to be a kitty to me. She definitely was very immature-ish. Okay. She definitely seemed very immature-ish to me too. Like you see the little girl in her. Yeah, we talked about that on the live. This is what I'm saying. I really honestly feel like I'm not gonna say they had bad times in a relationship. They didn't have good times. They didn't actually love each other. I think they did, grow to love each other. I don't think they were ever in love. I don't think she was never his number one. And that's the problem. You can never be someone's number one if you were already second best, which means there's always someone who could be first. If you were already second best, you came into this relationship second best. No, no, immediately no. So what I was to had suggested was, homegirl, why would you say yes to that? Being in proposal. We should have never said yes to this proposal. Y'all, she should have never said yes to this proposal. She should have never said yes to this proposal. Unfortunately, they should have just they should have let that relationship go. They both should have went their own ways because I wonder, I wonder how she felt. When we watched the reunion, did they get into how she felt about, how he was crying and breaking down, and distortment over the fact that that he had, was she upset about how he reacted to Mallory saying no to marrying him? Did we ever see that? Did we ever get her reaction to how she see if she saw him crying the way he cried over Mallory? I don't think we did because I feel like she said she was hurt. Yeah, she did. Y'all, I wouldn't have married that man. I would have, even after they had got, proposal. This was at the reunion, I'm assuming. But there was no way I would have married him. After actually seeing that man cry, those tears that he cried, weep the way he wept. No, no, no. he mourned that relationship with Mallory. And when he met her, he knew at that moment he messed up. I honestly think if Mallory would have said, I want to be with you, I want this to work, instead of playing the games that she was playing, I think he would have left her. Oh, BL, you don't even, y'all, I wish I had the clip. When I say this man cried, he went into the bed, he had the towel, he was all like this. I mean, he was distraught. He was down bad, okay? And that's when Salvador was in the back, and Salvador was in the back like, because remember, Salvador wanted Mallory. And when he realized that Mallory didn't pick Jarrett, he was like, okay, good, good, okay? So not only did you get the secondhand proposal, you got the secondhand ring. Because the ring he picked out was for Mallory. He told Mallory he picked her out a specific ring. So that she got the hand-me-down ring, the hand-me-down proposal, the hand-me-down everything. When she walked out of there and she cried, finding out that he had proposed to Mallory, she should have let that be the end of it. You have nothing else to talk to me about. I've already poured out my heart to you. I've already told you how I feel about you. We've already had our chemistry and everything done, and that was not enough. Everything that I have expressed to you in these pods before you got to see me, I have poured my heart out to you. I have expressed my vulnerabilities to you, all of that to you, and that was not enough for you because you still went and chose someone else. So for you to come circle back around to me, I'm supposed to be like, great, yes, I'll take it. Yes, this is it. Absolutely not. She should have never accepted that proposal. And if she wanted to accept the proposal for the opportunity to stay on Love is Blind, then okay, cool. But you should have never married that man in real life. You should have never married that man in real life because there was no way second best was ever going to be first. You were second when he proposed to you. You were second to his friends. You were second to his going out. You were second to all of that. Remember her crying and complaining about the priorities and making her a priority and how he didn't have time for her. He wanted to go hang out with the friends and he would stay out late and do all this stuff. Y'all remember this? He did all of that. She was always second. So you thought that marrying him for some reason was going to make you number one? Absolutely not. And I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying it's his fault. They both have a fault to play in this. And we ultimately don't really know what caused them to break apart. But when you look at the way the foundation was, where the foundation started, we already knew that this was going down bad. We already knew that this was not going to work. Stop. We can't be so caught up in this idea of love that we really overlook stuff that's right in front of our faces. There's no way I'm taking a ring that a man had picked for another woman. There's no way I am taking a proposal after a man literally just proposed to another woman within the last 24 hours. Logically, y'all, let's think about this logically. Because this was Love is Blind, a TV show. They were in the pods for a couple of days, blah, 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 blah. He proposed to her, went in the back, sobbed, cried, thought about how he could stay on the show a little bit longer, sucked it up, and then turned around and walked into another pod with her and said, I want to marry you. Like, come on. No. Girl, I need y'all to think. Yeah. Hey D. Hey Romel. Yes, it's definitely early because I gotta do my daughter. I gotta finish the back of her hair, and then I gotta I started packing, and then I got a flight at 3. So y'all know I had to get up here early so I could talk to y'all just a little bit. Okay. There was no way that he was literally going to, there was no way he was going to there's no way. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I will need y'all to think about this. Let's think, ladies. You got to think she's used to being second in her life. She's just going along with what she used to. And that's unfortunate. But I need y'all to think, just hear me out real quick. You're getting to know a guy. You're dating. Everything's good. You have trauma bond with this man. You have told him all your deepest, darkest secrets. You had told him your favorite color. You told him your backstory, how you grew up, what school you went to. You done told this man everything about yourself, opened up completely to him, because that's what they do in these pods, right? He comes around and he tells you that he proposed to another woman. You get upset, you get hurt, you go out, you are distraught, you are crying, you are sad. Okay. Within the next 12 hours, he circles back around to you and tells you that he changed his mind. He want to marry you, even though he didn't fully say out. Did he say that she told him no? Did he say that she turned him down? I can't remember, but I'm starting to question the fact that he actually say that she turned down the proposal. Or did he say that he changed his mind? I don't know. But could you imagine a man coming back to you 12 hours later and proposing to you after he proposed to someone else and she said no? Honestly, would you be like, you know what? This was meant to be. This was meant. God has a strange way of working. No, you won't. No, you won't. You would not. There would be no God had nothing to do with this. There would be no, it'd be like, man, you got me effed up if you thought. If you thought you was going to propose to that girl that turned around, proposed to me with the same ring. That's what I'm saying. Logically, it made no sense to begin with. The foundation of this was never going to work. The relationship was never going to be what it was supposed to be, because how in the world would you take a man who literally proposed to someone else? And then after we saw how that man responded, after she saw how he went in that back and he cried his heart out. Okay, he cried his heart out like he lost his dog. You would have thought that man lost his dog the way he was crying. And you turn around and marry him? New number, who this? Right? Yes, it was way too messy for them start. If you sense a man is being hesitant about you, run. Okay. Yeah, it's a no for me. That's why I don't understand why people think that TV is anything different. It don't need to be different. You need to have the same expectations and standards from the beginning. If you would not take a secondhand proposal within the 12 hours in real life, we're not going to do it on the TV show either, because the TV show is supposed to extend into real life. But when you get someone like Garrett who wants the opportunity to stay on the show, because ultimately he's the one who has to propose, right? So we're going to have to throw this back on him. We're going to throw it back over that way real quick, okay? Because why did you go ahead and just decide that I'm just going to go pick and settle for her at this point? Because we obviously, I want to stay on the show. That's all this was. And it's making me mad now, because at first I was all a little bit sad, like, oh, he getting divorced. Nobody want divorce. Nobody want divorce. But when you think about it into depth, the fact that he had to make it think about this, and it seemed like it's an opportunity for him, that makes me mad. Because not only did you drag out this opportunity, you dragged this opportunity out into real freaking life, okay? Out into real life for months on months on months, married her. You know, I don't think he was either. I don't think he was either. Remember, she was like, he don't want to stop going out. He want to make me a priority. He want to do everything. I don't know why we think that the things that happen in the TV realm did not spill out into the real world. I'm sure all those issues and all that things that they had going out on in that TV spilled out into the real world. And we still married each other. Do anything for clout. We marry. I mean, people want to marry at first sight, do it all the time. I was about to say, we marry it for clout now. We marry it for clout. How about the way he looked at Mallory with all the couple? We was just talking about it. How he sat there and he was staring into that girl's eyes, and they was gazing and gazing and gazing. Okay. And how, you know, she put the hand on his leg, and we was like, girl, don't be touching her, man. Remember, we all was like, and remember, they had the little cute little nicknames for each other, and we was like, oh my God, what's really happening? And remember, she was in the back of the corner, and she was like this, feeling all sad. Her and Salvador over there, sad and whatnot, trying to figure out what's happening over there. Remember, he asked her, what kind of ring did he get you? Remember, he was like, what kind of ring did he get you? Did he get you this one? Because, you know, that's the kind of ring I got you. Because remember, I asked. Boy, like, boy, what? Let me tell you, ain't no way, ain't no effing way. And I know they had to sit back and watch this because ain't no way I would have watched this show and then and then marry this man. No, yeah, it was Bear and Jared Bear. Yeah. He was Jared Bear. Like, what the heck? Okay. Right. You said you wouldn't be surprised if he was seeing Mallory while he was married to Iyanna. Child. That better not be the case, because I already told y'all. If he double back and if we see Jared and Mallory at any point from today on, I promise you, I will be on this internet tearing him the down. Okay. I will drag him all across this screen. Ain't no way. He can't, like, you can't, bruh. Nah, nah, sir. No, you can't. I'm sorry. I don't care what the heart wants. Don't care what your heart wants. No, it ain't gonna work out for me that way. Okay, so poor little Jerry Bear, okay, decided to pick his second choice, got caught up in the marriage and whatnot, and now they getting divorced from this experiment. Child, you should have never got married in this experiment. You gonna be joining in the dragon, okay? Because we not about to do this. Listen, if Iyanna was Alexis, Mallory would have gotten beat down. Yes, can y'all go ahead and like the video? Please like the video. Please comment. I said comment down below. Okay, if you're not commenting, just light me up with some yellow hearts. Show me some love in the chat. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. But y'all, I gotta get up off here. I just wanted to come talk to y'all real quick because ain't no way. It ain't no way. I really felt bad. But now that I'm getting off of this live, I'm just like, no, this was what's best for them. It's best for both of them to go ahead and be happy. I don't know why. I really feel like there's a pressure on people who are on TV to stay together from relationship shows, like that whole Steve and Noy thing, where it was like a pressure, like they felt like they were pressured into staying together because they had so many people rooting for them. But ultimately, we're not rooting for, okay, we're rooting for love, but we're ultimately rooting for your happiness. So at the end of the day, if being apart makes you happy, then that's fine. But if we stop chasing clout and actually doing what makes us happy, then that would be great. Like, there's nothing wrong with not falling in love. There's nothing wrong with not staying married. There's nothing wrong with not finding your one in this experiment. That's the purpose of the experiment. But when you start taking it too far to the point where you're doing anything for clout, you're forcing a relationship between two people. There's no way the relationship will last. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be sad. So I'm glad that they released that pressure, okay? That they finally was like, we can't do this no more. We can't fake the funk no more. It's not worth it no more. We stayed together long enough. They should be happy that they got this out of us, because that's what it's giving. Because if you look at this announcement, there's no, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but from this announcement, there's no detailed love in this. Do y'all see any detailed love? If me and my husband got divorced, God forbid, let me not speak that into existence, but I feel like the announcement would be a lot more. It would have a whole lot more love behind it. Like, although there were so many times where we loved hard, but we also fought hard. You know, we had passion, but there was also whatever the lack was. And you know, when it was good, it was real good. But when it went bad, it kind of went bad. Like, there would be so many different emotions in it because your heart at some point was into it. You get what I'm saying? I feel like this is very generic, very artificial. There's no real love behind it. The fact that we bringing up Love is Blind, Netflix, and an unforgettable opportunity and support really gives me those feelings like this is exactly what it was. This experience has taught us so much about ourselves, vulnerability, and love. Like, what? Now, Rosemary, I kind of feel you on that one. I thought it, but I ain't want to say it. But I ain't gonna say it, but I thought it. But you said it, and you were saying what I was thinking. It's okay. Yeah, it's not giving passion and love. Was once there. It's not. You're right. Remember, Shayna only chose her person so she could meet Sean. Gary knew how to still meet Mallory. Child. He should have went after Mallory when he realized Mallory and Salvador ain't stay together. I agree. I dislike Jared for proving everyone right. But that's the thing. That's the thing, y'all. That's the thing. This is why he dragged it out as long as he could. And honestly, she filed for the separation and divorce. I feel like I don't think it was him, because he would have dragged it out longer. But as soon as you say that you're mad at him, you're mad at him for proving everyone right, it just shows the fact that he was holding on to her from the shame and embarrassment of this not working out, after everybody had already called him so many names, after everyone had already told him like, yo, you don't, he's settling for you, girl, you deserve better, don't do it, he ain't gonna marry you, y'all not gonna be together. Remember all the stuff that was being said? So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna prove everybody wrong, and I'm gonna marry her, and I'm gonna make this happen. But ain't but too long you can wear that fake face. The mask got to come off eventually, baby. The mask has got to come off. And that's exactly what happened. It came off. It came off. And she saw through him. Now, don't be surprised. Give it a couple of months when she be on her tell-all. Okay, she going to be on the live like, let me tell y'all what really happened. She gonna be like, so what I noticed was that, every time, it was time for us to go film, or it was time for us to, do a shoot and everything was fine. We was on point. But honestly, that it was never really there. Like, he was still doing the things that he wanted to do. He still wasn't making me a priority. It still wasn't. I promise you, give her a couple of months. She is going to be on the internet expressing all the concerns and things that was going on in this relationship. I promise you. Right. They were doing it for people and not for themselves. And that's what happens when you come on these shows and you get that pressure. Y'all put that pressure on him, and he was like, you know what? I got to prove the people wrong. And still end up proving the people right. Okay. Well, okay, if you say so. And her daddy even knew it too. He just let her do what she wanted to. Yep, you got to learn the hard way. Ain't that much you could do for your kids. You give them the tools that they need in life. You give them some advice, but ultimately the decision is theirs. I can't wait for Iyanna to tell all. Get that interview, Chloe. Girl, you know what? Let me go ahead and send her a DM on Instagram and see if she'll, come talk to a girl or whatnot. Because y'all know I'm very selective with who I, reach out to. So maybe if I reach out to her, every time I tend to reach out to someone, they tend to answer back. So maybe I'll see if I get to tell her, but not now, y'all. It's too early. It's too soon. That's the word. It's too soon. You know how to like, it's too soon? Yeah, it's too soon. She just announced it. Okay. I gotta wait for some stuff to stir up where she get in her, where she's ready to talk. I don't think she's ready to talk yet. I wouldn't, not yet. She knew deep down she shouldn't have married him. Oh no, absolutely not. My mom used to say, hard head make it soft. Absolutely, that's what all it is. That's why I'm saying, like, it ain't that much that her father could do, but tell her, how he feel about the situation. But ultimately, as parents, we just decide to support our children in whatever decision they make and be there for them after, when everything falls apart, like we told them it would. That's normally how it goes. But yeah, y'all, I gotta get up off of here. It's about that time. I gotta get some things together, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. Don't forget to like the video. If you're catching the playback, leave me some yellow hearts. Let me know you stopped by. Subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be here Friday night for the Ready to Love, because my aunt is getting married on Friday. Depending on what time everything stops. I know we're going to the reception around 2 something. I might be too drunk to jump on the live with y'all, but drunk Chloe is a fun Chloe. So who knows? We might just go live. I might let y'all meet my family and we could talk it up and chat it up and all that good stuff. We'll probably have one of those little fun lives sometime this weekend, because y'all, I can't wait to see my family. So excited because y'all know I'm up here by myself. Everybody else is down here. Yes, tipsy, almost drunk Chloe is a fun Chloe. Okay, but anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be off of here. I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for the safe travel wishes. Thank you. I need them. And it's my daughter's first time on a plane, so pray for me and pray for her. Okay, but anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Bye.